Pokemon Masters? Welcome to a very special episode of Pete Plays Pokemon Blue.
Incredibly special!
Oh my god, look at that. We're here, we're going through the rock tunnel. Why is it very special? Because as you notice, I've got my good buddy Thompson here. Who, if you're a regular viewer of the channel, I'm sure you recognize from our other fine videos that we do together here.
Nobody knows who I am, it's okay.
Yeah, well, I mean, hey, I think there's probably some people that only watch this show.
Oh my god, is that a Zubat?
It is a Zubat.
In a cave?
Oh my god. This is like the original Zubat cave, though.
Did you seriously name it Brittany Spiro?
Yeah, Brittany Spiro, dude.
That's a 10 out of 10. Right there for a Pokemon name.
So, sorry, yeah, it is. Thank you. I appreciate that. So you, viewers at home, might be asking, you know, what's Thompson doing here today? This is solo plays. This is supposed to be like a one-on-one thing, you know, just me and my friend Pete. And, you know, I respect that. But Thompson's here, you know, he just insisted. It's like, you know, if you don't let me on Pete Plays Pokemon, I quit the entire channel.
I'm gonna derail the whole thing.
I'm gone. So I decided to let him come on. No, but in all reality, Thompson is here to help me promote a new series we're going to be doing on the channel, where we're going to be playing through Pokemon Uranium, which, for those of you who... And this kind of ties into our normal segment where we talk a little bit about Pokemon news, since I've been gone. You know, it happened in the week, you know, while I was away on vacation, but, you know, if you haven't heard about it, Pokemon Uranium was a fan-made Pokemon game that was worked on for 9 years. It's super robust. It has, like, online battling, GTS trading and everything. It's, like, crazy in-depth.
It's got more than this game does.
Yeah. Like, like a lot more.
Right? It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, and it's really cool. You know, so I'm not going to talk too much more about it because, you know, I want you to go watch the video. But, so yeah, Thompson and I are going to be playing through the whole thing over the next, you know, probably several weeks, because, you know, again, I'm sorry if you weren't familiar, aside from it being a fan-made Pokemon game that had all this, like, brand new content, 150 new Pokemon, all this stuff, really cool, it got a ton of press attention, which is why you probably heard about it, and then Nintendo sent them a cease and desist, so it was actually taken down. So we decided we wanted to jump in and make some Let's Plays about it, just because, you know, it's a really cool game and we wanted to experience it, but we kind of wanted to document it and, like, get it out there so that, you know, those of you who didn't download it before it was taken down or, you know, don't want to go through the illegal channels to get it, can experience it here with us.
And the little bit we've seen is pretty damn good.
It's impressive.
Really well done.
Yeah.
I'm surprised it's not, like, an official game. Like, if you weren't familiar with Pokemon and you happen to have this game, you could probably pass it off for a real game. Yeah,
I think, honestly, like, the only thing to me... Like, if you were dropped in the middle of it...
Right.
I don't think you could tell it from a real Pokemon game.
Yeah.
In certain ways. Like, some of the Fakemon, because, like, again, there are 151, like, fake Pokemon, and some of them are better than others.
Yeah, but I mean, that's the same with, like, every generation, you know?
Well, I mean, like, in this game specifically, the sprites are a little wonky for sure.
Oh, you're talking about the design?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I don't even mean necessarily the design. I'm talking more like how the sprites look in that game.
Okay,
like, in Uranium. Some of them look really good, and like they could be real Pokemon. Some of them look okay.
Yeah.
But like the maps, the environments and everything are really good. So again, you know, I don't want to talk too much more about it, so please, it's going to be up starting next Monday, so please check it out, and yeah, we're really enjoying it so far.
Yeah, the little bit we've seen, it's oh god, it's really fun.
Yeah, and
especially because, like, I don't know, like, what we're going to get into.
Yeah,
and, like,
we don't know anything about it.
Everything we fight, we're just like, is this a rock type? Is that... I don't even know what type it is. Screw it, we'll just try moves.
Yeah,
so
it's exactly like playing through a brand new Pokemon game in so many ways. It's definitely, like, the most impressive fan-made Pokemon game I've ever seen, for sure.
It's the best one I've ever seen, and I've only really seen, like, 2, so... I'm not the best authority on the fake Pokemon games, but still, this is really nice.
Yeah, I've seen a decent number of them from, there's a Pokemon YouTuber I like called Munching Orange, and that's, like, a big thing that he does.
Okay.
So,
like the fake ones?
Yeah, he plays a lot of fan-made Pokemon games. And, like, he plays, like, a lot of, like, weird Pokemon hacks where, like, it makes it, like, Digimon characters, you know, or, like, it's weird shit like that.
Yeah.
So, like, I've seen a decent number of them, and some of them are pretty cool, but, like, this is a real legit game. Like, the fact that it has online and a GTS and all that stuff, like, it's insane.
That's crazy.
Yeah, you can trade and battle and stuff. It's insane. The trading hasn't been implemented yet. I remember we figured that out in the second episode. But you can.
But it's there. It will be implemented soon enough.
That's actually another thing, right? Like the game did get a cease and desist, but the team has since said that like they will be supporting it. So
there's a patch that came out like the first day we started.
Yeah, there's already a version 1.1 whatever. So yeah, the servers are staying up. The game's gonna continue. So
yeah, I think just
yeah, yeah, it sucks. He's not a great matchup here because the poison weakness.
Right. Oh boy. Oh boy.
So yeah, that'll wrap it up for our uranium discussion. Please check out the video on Monday if you're interested. I know a lot of people expressed interest in us doing it, so hopefully you'll join us on that journey.
It's been fun.
Yeah, it totally has been. So yeah, I thought it would just be cool to invite Thompson to come on this show this week, and so you guys maybe who only watch Pete Plays Pokemon can get to know Thompson a little bit, and get a taste for the show's going to be very much like this show, but just with him as a co-host. So you get a little taste of what's to come with Pokemon Uranium.
The flavor, you can taste it. It's like the aroma, the scent.
It's gonna be delicious.
You can't smell it, but it smells, somewhere in between like a sweet souffle and a dog turd.
You guys will get that new smell-o-vision that they announced for Fractured Butthole, and you'll be able to smell how good we are.
Fractured butthole.
Yeah.
Fractured butthole. And...
So anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to segue out.
No, I was just terrible. I made a face too. You couldn't say. I was just like, yeah.
I'm fucking looking at the game.
No. It's a shitty joke on purpose.
There are a few things that we do here on this show, because I'm gonna blow up Thompson's spot here. I don't think you've ever watched an episode of this show.
I have not.
That's totally fine. You spend enough time with me in real life doing this stuff, so I wouldn't expect you to.
Right.
So there are a few things we do here on this show that we're gonna do. The first one is I like to ask the kids at home a Pokemon question every week.
Oh boy.
Not like a trivia question, just like a personal question.
Okay.
So I don't mean to put you on the spot, but I'm going to throw it out and see, can you think of a question for the kids at home? Some of the ones I've already done were like your favorite gym leader, least favorite Pokemon, stuff like that. So
does it have to be for this generation?
No, it doesn't have to be. So if you've got one, throw it out there. If not, I'll get one and you can answer it.
So I don't know if you've asked this one yet,
Go
but
for
I guess just the favorite generation?
I did ask that one.
Okay.
I did.
Too easy.
Too easy. I once threw some of the broad ones.
Of course you did.
We're 12 eps in already here, so...
Yeah, I know, right? 12 questions.
Yeah.
Did you always ask one?
Not always.
Okay,
yeah,
good.
It started a couple episodes into this series.
Oh, okay, cool. Let's see. What's your favorite type? Did you do that one?
I don't know if I have done favorite type. So if we have, you'll just have to let us know and be upset. But hey, let's do it.
There you go. So that's my question. What is your favorite type to use? Like if you had to be stuck with just one, like I was at one point, I had to pick poison out of poison and bug. So that was my choices, 50-50. But you have everything. What is it, 16 types?
Yeah, I was. 17 now, fairy.
17, right, yeah.
I think that's
17
right.
types to pick from. Which one is your favorite?
So,
Put it here.
Are you saying your favorite is poison though? Right, because you had to pick it out of necessity for our monotype league that we did.
Honestly, it's like my number 2.
Okay.
I did not like poison. I think it was, God, it was like my 15th pick probably.
Yeah, you got into it because you used
And then I was like, wow, actually these are pretty cool mechanics. The only thing that kind of sucks is obviously if you fight a steel team, you're pretty much useless.
You got some problems.
You're almost completely useless. And just because you can't poison them doesn't mean anything, it's just the fact that you can't use your poison moves.
Yeah, your stab moves are invalidated.
It's kind of completely shitty.
And there are some good dual type poisons though.
There is. Okay, Venusaur right there.
Right.
I never would have picked Bulbasaur as my starter, but after having to use Venusaur on my team...
Venusaur's a boss.
I have such love for Venusaur. The wall that he is, and the beautiful stuff he can do.
And how fucking hard that thing can hit.
That thing is great.
So you didn't answer. What would you say is your favorite type then?
Psychic.
That's what I figured.
Yeah, definitely Psychic. From when I played Red, Blue, and Yellow, I always had Alakazam. He's my main man.
Sure.
To this day, I've always got Alakazam. Although, lately, I feel like I use Gengar more than Alakazam.
Sure.
So maybe Ghost?
Okay. I can see either of those.
I've never been a fan of the Dark Pokemon. I like Darkrai, but he's a little bit, overpowered, so it's I don't really have a Darkrai to use, but he's a cool guy. Yeah, I guess Psychic number 1, and then Ghost and Poison is a tentative 2, in between them. Because, you know what? Poison's gotta love.
Yeah. I mean, you repped it for a long time.
And Gengar,
That's true too.
He's goes poison, so right there.
Yeah, I like poison a lot. Poison's, I think, the most underrated type, honestly.
I thought it was crap, so I mean, I'm like definitely a converter.
There's just some dope Pokemon in it, you know? Like, there's some really cool poison types.
You just forget things like, Venusaur is grass, right? But he's poison.
Right.
It's
like
Gengar,
Nidoking,
right?
Gengar.
Yeah. Nidoking's awesome, too. The Scolipede tactic, where you take the, I might be saying that name wrong, but...
No, you're right, yeah. I think that's how I always say it.
Baton Pass while the speed boost with the,
You can't do that anymore.
You can't?
Yeah, it's illegal now. You can do the baton pass, but you're not allowed to use speed boost and then also like use sword stance and stuff.
Yeah,
I don't think you're allowed to do that anymore.
You get 2 speed boosts and a sword dance off. Actually, you can get 2 sword dances off if you're lucky, but generally speaking, without dying 100%, you can get those 2 speed boosts and the sword dance and baton pass it into like pretty much anything. But obviously,
Nidoking was dope at that.
For me, it was another poison type, so.
He was a good sweeper once you boosted him like that.
It was.
Actually, such a good move.
God, what was the other one? Dragalge.
Yeah.
He was really good because he's slow as hell. So as soon as you gave him those speed boosts, he was a fucking badass guy.
For sure.
And he's a dragon, so please, you can use dragon moves.
So, my answer to the question, if you're a loyal viewer of this show, like
I know what it is.
It's water. Mm-hmm. Obviously, it's water. I've talked about it a lot. Which is
that leads to some really fun things.
It's the thing that leads me to believe that I might have already asked this question once, but that's
fine.
It's fine. It's whatever, right? We committed to it. So, water's absolutely my favorite type. I don't even have a close second. There are so many Pokemon I love from every kind of type.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say gun to my head, I'm generally usually fond of ground and steel types as well.
Nice.
So maybe one of those 2, if I had to pick a second one. But overall, I'm definitely a water guy for sure. Easy pick.
Do you remember when you switched in? I can't remember which one you used, but I had my Battletoad out, and you forget it has dry skin.
Yeah, tell the kids at home what that is, though, just for those who don't know.
What's the evolved name of it?
It's Krogan because the devolved one.
Right, but I forget the Toxicroak. There you go.
Yeah.
So Toxicroak is named Battletoad, and he's got dry skin. He absorbs water attacks. And every now and then people forget that he has dry skin.
Not anymore, I don't.
No, it hasn't happened in a long time.
Yeah, when you first used him against me.
It happened a few times. It was fun, because, things are all said and done, and it's oh man, I got you on the ropes. Here, take this, I don't know, hydro pump thing, or whatever. And just, I switch in a Toxicroak, and I got full health, and just Pete's face on the other end, he's always just God damn it.
Dude, I remember,
it's son of a bitch.
It's funny because I don't forget now because I use him a lot because of how good you showed me he is.
He's amazing.
But I remember one of the worst things that happened was I had one of the games we played where you got me, it was 1-1 and your last mon was Toxicroak and the Pokemon I had only had a water attack that was a damaging move.
Yeah.
Because it was a support Pokemon.
Yeah, it was a support.
And he would have been able to take it out if he had anything else.
Right. But that dry skin, man.
Yeah. I feel it might have been one of my Quagsires.
Oh god.
Because I don't usually run Earthquake on him.
Oh my god, that fucking Quagsire. Oh
Gooby.
my god.
Gooby!
I hate that thing so much. I never thought I could hate a stupid looking Pokemon so much as I hate Quagsire sometimes.
I love Quagsire.
But I only hate him because he's good when you use him.
He's so good. He's so good.
So
I love him. And I loved him when he sucked, and I love him now that he's great.
He's really good when you use him.
Oh my god, he's so brutal.
What is Toad?
Toad is Paris that I used to use, and I forget why I kept him in the party I think it's because I wanted to teach him Flash, and then I realized he couldn't learn it, so I taught it to a Drowsy, and then just forgot to put him back, if I'm being honest with you.
That's okay. Whatever, he's there to take up spot.
He's just there.
No problem.
So yeah, that answers our question of the week this week. There is one other thing that we generally do on this show, which is talk a little bit about the Pokemon's news, and just, anything interesting that happened. We've got 2 weeks of news to talk about because I was away on my trip to California, which loyal viewers should know. So hopefully, I'm sorry you missed the show last week, but hopefully you enjoyed my Pokemon Johto naming challenge, which was
fun to watch.
It was pretty fun. I did not do a good job. I did a much better job actually, I did a lot better than I thought.
You did pretty good, but you got a solid D, remember? I think
yeah.
It's a 65 out of 100.
Yeah, something like that.
But you didn't fail.
No. So it was okay.
Passed.
It was a better percentage than I expected for Gen 2. So check that out if you're interested. We have Gen 1 up as well, which I did a long time ago, if you've never seen it. But so yeah, I mean, we've got these last 2 weeks. Uranium is one of the biggest pieces of news. Like that was, all over the place in terms of Pokemon talk. Beyond that, there's a few new Pokemon that have been released. There's a new
Sun and Moon.
Yeah. Did you see there was a brand new one today?
I did not see it.
I think it's Fire Dragon, or something. It's a turtle.
It's a turtle.
Yeah, it's like a dragon turtle.
Okay, like a Komodo dragon, maybe.
Kind of, yeah.
With like a turtle shell thrown on it.
Something
probably.
like that.
Just taking a guess.
But yeah, he's pretty cool. I forget his name. Oh wait, whoops. I'm sorry.
Didn't they already have what was that thing?
Torkoal.
Torkoal? Right?
Not dragon type though.
No, but it looked like a fire turtle, right?
Yeah, but this thing definitely like doesn't really look like a tortoise. It's
Okay.
weird because like they call it a turtle, but like it definitely looks.
Sure.
It's weird. It's a weird looking.
Pokemon
one.
are weird sometimes. We get an ice cream cone. I mean, come on.
It has like a very like tropical look to it, so like it looks like
Right.
one of those like kind of like like lizards that have like the really bright, insane colors.
That's pretty cool. I like.
Oh wait, shit! No, that was the right way. Fuck. I'm sorry.
You gotta go down.
I'm sorry, kids.
It's okay. Whatever. Go down. Down to Chinatown.
They were just like very visually similar, and coming out of that battle, I was like, oh fuck. I guess I.
Well, it's all black and white,
Yeah,
and
got
it's
turned
all
around.
the same ground and the same cavern wall.
It was like
tiles.
specifically just that there was like this one, like this thing right here in the
Yeah.
middle, and then these two hikers near them, and I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh man, these Geodudes.
but yeah, so beyond that, not too much else to talk about in the world of Pokemon.
Uranium came out. And that's like all you need to talk
Yeah.
about.
I think I want to say that when we last spoke, we already knew about like the low end forms of Raichu and Marowak. So if not, that's a thing. Raichu Psychic Electric.
Yeah.
And like surfs on
That
his
looks
tail.
really cool.
Looks so cool.
That looks really cool. I'm excited.
And Cubo.
Maybe we'll see a surfing Pikachu.
So here's the thing. They're actually we have a little bit of info there, which is pretty
really?
cool. We figured out that with these guys, you know how like the original ones that we saw of Alolan forms, we saw that Vulpix and Sandshrew had new forms and that they evolved into new versions of those Pokemon.
Right.
Whereas like the Alolan Raichu evolves from a regular Pikachu.
Oh, that's
And
really neat.
The Alolan Marowak also evolves from a regular Cubone.
Huh.
So I'm wondering if Execute's the same thing, maybe.
Could be.
Because like we see like this,
It does say the Alolan form.
Yeah. So like I mean, Executor clearly very different. Doesn't
Yeah.
necessarily mean that.
So it's like it's still an Executor, but it's the Alolan form of the Executor.
Yeah, it's just the thing that like the Execute might look exactly the same because like Pikachu
Yeah.
looks exactly the same.
Right.
So.
But the Alolan Raichu surfs on its tail and is psychic.
Yeah, and
That's
it's
that's
very
really
different.
neat, man. Like they're gonna give you like different evolved types now.
Yeah.
It's like instead of using the stone, or like
Totally.
what's the other thing? Like
Well, I think it'll still evolve with the Thunderstone though. That's the weird thing.
Oh yeah, well I guess that's where it is then. I don't know.
I think it is just literally that it's like in this region, this is what they evolved into, which is weird, but it's
Maybe it's got some sort of like Lost-esque magnetism concentration in the island chain, and that's why Pokemon are different there.
I don't know, dude.
Who knows?
The whole thing that they've been saying is that it's like all environmental based, and it's funny because
Because uranium is the exact opposite, basically.
yeah. In Uranium, there's like a new type that's from Pokemon being mutated by like radioactive material. Whereas like with something that I had brought to my attention from the Dex, just like I've told you about them
Right.
YouTube channel. I think I've mentioned on the show once or twice before. I was listening to their podcast the other day, and they were talking about how it's actually really interesting to think about how I think I got this guy right. Yeah. Pokemon is actually kind of always implied that Pokemon evolve based on region, right?
Yeah,
Because like it's the idea, right, that like I don't know if you're familiar with Archeops. It's the rock,
yes.
the flying type that was like the fossil from Gen 5, I think. And they imply they actually straight out say in the Pokemon Dex entry for him that he's the ancestor to all bird Pokemon.
Right. Yeah.
So that makes the point that every Pokemon that's actually a bird Pokemon shares a divergent ancestor. So like you could make the case that like the reason that you see a like basic kind of bird Pokemon in every single region is because they all evolved from the same Pokemon and that are just shaped by the region. So I think like this is just their way of kind of like, or I don't think this. The Dex made this point, and I agree with them
Right.
that this might be Pokemon Company's way of coming out and being like, well, even like that's definitely true, but it also works this way too.
Oh, it's neat because like the Alone forms are probably like secluded since no one else has ever seen them in other games, and they're saying that they are regional evolutions.
Yeah, and it's cool that
it's
it's
an
like
island chain,
Yeah,
and
like this island chain has this genetic diversity that's not seen anywhere else in the world.
Right. It's like Madagascar,
Yeah,
There's penguins, and it's like, what? Penguins are only in the Arctic, right? But they're also in Madagascar.
But also here.
Because fuck it, why not? Madagascar's got things that really just doesn't make sense but they're there, but they are.
I want to make sure.
And it's got like 80 or like 90 different forms of like stuff that just only exists on that one island.
Yeah, like lemurs.
Yeah,
that only exist there, and there's like several species of lemurs.
Right, and that's kind of I think what I'm getting, at least the vibe from the Alone game.
Well, yeah, and it's like obviously it's also very much Hawaii.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But, Pokemon always have like multiple themes, but it's not just one clear thing.
Totally.
And obviously, if they're saying that like they're only in this area, and the message is like it's about environmentalism and like conservation efforts, it might be something like, look, they're only here. Don't mess this place up.
Yeah.
Like you'll never see these Alone forms again if this place goes.
I really think that is going to play into the plot. Like,
right.
It's funny that you mentioned the conservation thing. I really do think like conservationism is going to be like a central plot point, which is really cool. Also, I'm just super excited about the whole like prospect of there being a different story, of there not being gym leaders and all that stuff.
I'm fine with even having that, and it's like the fact that they want to give me another game that's not the same thing, which I'm totally cool with getting another one. Good job.
It's so exciting to me.
Because what was this now? Gen 7?
Gen 7, yeah.
And for 6 generations, I've been excited about Pokemon, and please, you're gonna mix it up that far into the game. That's cool. I'm sure they can't mess it up. It's alright, it's a Geodude. Giving you a thumbs up.
Great.
You know what he looks like? He always looks like, get this guy out of here.
Get the fuck out of here. It's like an umpire. You're like, get out of here!
He's got the casual arm thing too. Just like, the sprite is like, he's like flipping you off.
Give me mad sass, dude.
Like, when they used to bite their thumbs, and like that was like the FU back then?
Oh, yeah, I know.
Like, sorry, I biting my thumb at you. Right? Well, he's just got like, the Geodude doing that is just like, get this schlub out of here.
Yeah, you're right. That's funny. I never thought about that.
It's whatever. The sprite says it all.
Oh my god. Okay.
You gotta love this cave, man.
We're getting close. We're almost out.
Right? But this cave.
Yeah, man. This cave.
Hikers leave twigs as trail markers.
That's my goal for this episode. We're gonna get through here and get to
leave
Lavender.
twigs as trail markers.
Yeah. Yes. Obviously that. But also, I want to get through this shit. I want to get to Lavender Town.
Dear God. Jigglypuff looks like it's on something.
I know, I love how its eyes are all bugged out, but then it's got like the bags under its eyes that are supposed to be like the dots on his cheeks.
Jigglypuff's a little tweaked.
Yeah. It's like, I'm freaking out, man!
She was disabled. She injected you with heroin.
Oh my god.
Disabled.
Oh wait, I didn't even use Peck. Did you see that?
Oh yeah, well
that's really funny. What a weird glitch.
Fury attack.
So funny how many just like weird little things like hiccups happen in this game every once in a while like that.
Defense curl. Yeah, please, playing this on the Game Boy back then, like you would never know if you just hit the button too quick or if the game just messed up. You were just like, I didn't think I used Peck, but
like, okay.
I can't use it, so okay. I guess that's what happened. Uh-oh, Pidgey. Watch out. Which one is Khaleesi?
I'm gonna switch her in. It's Nidoqueen.
Nidoqueen!
I named her Khaleesi.
That's pretty cool.
Did you see my Bellsprout's name? It's Brussels, like Brussels sprout.
Yes. I'm enjoying all these names, but for real though, Brittany Spiro, like that is.
Brittany Spiro is probably the best one.
That is definitely a 10 out of 10. Ooh.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I named her Khaleesi because she's the one true queen of Kanto.
One true queen. The mother of dragons, but not really because she's not a dragon. Damn, level 27, man. Your war total is like 28.
Yeah, my Pokemon are getting beefy. I was like, in the beginning, I was like, it was before I like came to the conclusion that I should probably like cut things out of the episode.
Right.
You know, like I tried to skip some like low level battles and like every Pokemon except my war turtle was trash.
Okay.
So like, I just like, and I think me and my audience came to the conclusion that Toad just has shit IVs.
Okay. Right.
So like, I made some cuts and then like also did a little bit of power leveling early on. So like all my guys are like a really nice healthy level right now.
Yes, remember Khaleesi was like 10, it's 27 now. Sweet.
It's like just kicking balls.
That's good though. I mean, you know, you can have that one Pokemon that does great, and not for nothing, if you get to Blastoise early on, like that's a big positive. But
yeah, Blastoise has great move coverage too.
But yeah, you're gonna need a second one probably. And Nidoqueen's really good.
It's like all my Pokemon are like in pretty good fighting shape now, so. I gotta get, once we get to Celadon, I gotta deposit this Drowsy and this weak-ass Paris.
Right,
Pick up an Eevee and shit.
Well, you're gonna pick up Eevee. I was just about to ask, what are you going to fill the slots with?
I'm not 100% convinced right now, but what I'm thinking right now is, so I've got Fearow, Nidoqueen,
Right.
Wartortle, and eventually Victory Bell. That are, like,
Okay.
definitely in the squad. So now I'm thinking I could go with, like, Jolteon, get myself a nice electric type.
It's not bad.
Could go with the Flareon, get myself a good fire type there.
Ooh.
Because Flareon's actually like, good in this game. So those are options. Like, if that's not the case, I mean, like, I'm definitely going with one of the two of them, and then who's left is kind of dependent on that. I forgot I didn't have any Vine Whip left. That sucks. I'm gonna try to do the scumbag strategy that I love to do. All right, watch. So you use Poison Powder, right?
Right.
If I don't die, okay, I win. Watch. I'm gonna like Hacks win.
You're
So you get
gonna
the poison off, and you just wrap, and you just do this indefinitely.
Oh yeah, I know what you're
Oh
doing.
no!
Yeah.
That'll be fine. Do defense curl all you want, bitch.
Yeah.
Can't save you from poison.
It is kind of a scumbag move. But
It is.
Whatever.
But anyway, so I'm thinking like I almost want to like buy a Dratini at the game center and get myself a Dragonite.
You should probably do that, to be honest with you.
But then it's kind of like then I don't have like a fire type maybe.
You don't need a fire type.
Yeah.
In Gen 1, you don't need a fire type.
It's like there's really only like the one grass gym, and I'll be able to beat that before I even have a fire type. So I don't know. We'll see.
I like the idea of Jolteon.
I think Jolteon's probably the way to go.
Obviously, your Blastoise. What else you got? Victory Bell?
Yeah.
Never been a fan, but it's not that it's a bad Pokemon. I just don't happen to use it, so...
I love Victory Bell, and I like made the decision at the beginning of this Let's Play that aside from Blastoise, I wanted to use Pokemon I don't normally use.
Oh,
It's
okay.
like I always use Pidgeot, I always use Nidoking,
Mhm.
so I'm like, I'm gonna go with some
So you took Nidoqueen.
yeah, Nidoqueen and Fearow, right? It's like, okay, cool. Like I'll pick the ones that aren't like my favorites, but like I still like them, but
I always picked the Oddish up whenever I could get one in the beginning of the game.
I always liked Bellsprout more than Oddish, but you know, it was always a thing where it's like I always ended up picking a different grass Pokemon to use along the way.
Right.
Or not necessarily that it would be different. I just hadn't raised a Victory Bell in a long time either. So it was just kind of like I was in the mood for a good Bellsprout.
Uh-oh.
A lot of times I'd use Parasect, like I did in the beginning, but he sucked!
I never used Paris or Parasect.
Oh, you know what? I actually remember why I kept him in the squad right now. He has cut.
Oh, he's got cut.
So
Get it? He got cut.
he did get cut.
Yeah.
He did.
The
That
cut
was-
got cut.
That was solid. That was solid, bro. I'm proud of you.
Right? That was up there, scale level
Yeah,
sort
that
of
was
pun.
that was a decent pun. That was mad decent.
I'm bringing some decent puns, finally. Jesus.
Oh my god, this is gonna go way too slow. Oh shit!
Uh-oh. All that work for nothing.
Yep, that's what I get for trying to be an asshole.
What if you could poison it in the same way that, like, it rusts, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, you can poison a rock. Why? I don't know. You can't poison steel. Well, steel will rust, you know, like, over time. Well, okay, so steel doesn't necessarily rust, I guess. Because it has, like, enough forging quality that it shouldn't rust.
Yeah, man, don't be a science scrub.
Sorry.
God.
But Pokemon doesn't necessarily follow, like, science. Like,
obviously.
there's a ghost type.
Yeah. There's
so-
ghosts. Ghosts are real.
Oh, yeah, right. Ghost hunters wouldn't exist if there wasn't.
Duh. You can. Oh god, you can major that shit in college.
Dragon type? Doesn't really seem to fit.
Dragons are real, Thompson.
Oh my god.
Thompson, haven't you ever watched like a documentary that was on Animal Planet about dragons?
Oh, I did. You watched
Dragons
one
are
about mermaids?
so real.
That was
yeah,
so
mermaids
funny.
are real. Mermaids are so real. Are you kidding?
See, I remember when the mermaid documentary came out, and I remember there was like a good amount of people the day or two, or even the week after, that people would be like, yeah, but like, didn't you see the thing on TV about mermaids? And it's just you had to like question, like, are you trolling?
Are you kidding
But
me?
people were serious, you know. They were like, but it was on TV, and I think that just proved like to a lot of people, you know, don't always believe what's on TV just because it was there. You know, do a little bit of due diligence.
Oh man, like nobody does that shit. Like people are so fucking lazy. That's why like you see shit where like I love when you always catch people like circulating fake news articles that are like obviously meant as satire.
It's like all of a sudden you see an article like marijuana cures zombieism. Oh my god, we have zombies?
My favorite
Or
thing,
they're like, we found out a use for it that's not medical.
or like I love when people like publish graphs or like charts to like prove points when like and like the charts are like excuse me, are
A fallacy?
I was gonna say a fallacy, but I couldn't like get the word out.
You were gonna say phallic, weren't you?
Almost, yeah.
Oh.
So yeah, when like they don't have like numbers on them,
Right.
you know, it's like, oh, like
look at this number,
and it's
like what number? It's a bar. I think my favorite example of that is not necessarily like a graphic, but it's in the same vein at least. It's like from It's Always Sunny when Frank's hawking the water filters, and he's like, "Did you know that 90% of our water is chemicals?" And the news reporter's like, it makes you wonder what the other 10% is. And Frank's like, it's even worse! So, it's like, where did he get that from? I don't know, but it makes it sound pretty legit.
he used percents, so
Yeah.
obviously he knows what he's talking.
Exactly.
Oh my god, we're at the end.
Yes, thank
We gotta
God.
get out of here.
Oh, my God.
I'm running out of stuff to talk about!
I mean, I could talk about more stuff, but Britney Spears going to take it from here. Oh, right.
Booking.
She got out of there.
Nothing. I hate this. I hate how many false hallways there are. And like it's good design because it keeps tricking me, but I'm getting upset here.
Well, you never know if you're gonna miss like an item at the end of it.
Yeah, that's why I'm doing it. It's like I fucking want some rare candies and shit.
Unfortunately, the two-step rate.
Literally every 2 steps.
Right.
Literally.
It's either a Zubat or a Geodude. Because nothing else exists in caves besides rocks and bats. Right?
Yep.
I mean, and on that level, why are there this many I like how you have to like position yourself when you're going horizontal, so that when you go vertical, you have the less chance of turning one more time and getting into another fight.
Yeah. No, it's like it's a thing. There's a science to it.
There is a science to the caves.
Oh, all right.
We did it.
So we made it through the cave, guys. That wraps up this episode of Pete and Thompson Play Pokemon Blue. If you like this video, as always, please like it, share it with a friend, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. You can check out more videos from me and Thompson by going there and seeing some of our Let's Plays, checking out us on the Slackcast every Monday, stuff like that. And on this Monday, please check out our Pokemon Uranium playthrough so you can get more of our...
A fresh new series.
Yeah, more of our witty banter and Pokemon love.
Our brevity. I'm gonna bring that back.
We do not have brevity, I'll tell you that. That is not our strong suit.
Okay.
Considering how this outro is revealing a minute and a half.
It's okay.
Alright, see ya next Friday, kids!